What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to The Good, the Bad and the Stupid. It's Friday the 6th of November. Welcome to the finale, the last one of the week. The last one from me to you. What else are you going to do? That's the end of the entertainment, isn't it? What are you going to do under lockdown now without me? I'll tell you what, you're going to bloody well enjoy yourself. Either that or not, unless you're living in a fucking volatile household where it's all kicking off and everybody's starting to hate each other. And it's only 2 days into the lockdown and you're already sleeping in separate rooms. Somebody's taking the TV, dividing up the possessions. Things are getting worse, aren't they? Well, you know, you've got to just cope with it. I'll tell you what, it's not even that bad. The last lockdown was a lot worse because people are everywhere on the streets. The shops all seem to be open, most of them. Some cafes and that's still open. Some other people have left their businesses open. Although there was one gym member. I hope you're not watching this podcast because it's probably going to hurt. It's going to sting when I mention that you got a 10 grand fine. It might even be more than that. But he left his gym open and all the police turned up and gave him his fine. So he was gutted because he tried to fight the system, unfortunately, which is what we all would like to do. But they're just going to come down. It's obvious, isn't it? If you've got your gym open, you're an easy target. You know, if they don't know who owns the gym, that's all right. You can do it that way. But or maybe just open up a fucking garage where nobody knows who owns it. Put a load of gym equipment in there, and everybody goes in there and does it. And then if the police come, we go, "Fuck knows, I don't know who owns it. It's not my gym. It's not my gym." But if you got your name on it, you fucked it. You can't do it. They're gonna fine you. Anyway. Just got to get you should just put some online classes. I just get jiggy in the house now, and I'm on about the exercises. Or go running. You got to go out for your exercise, but we're not confined, are we? Nobody said you got to stay in, or have they? Have they said that? I think they kind of have. But you go out for your exercise now, don't you? I think people are just relaxed because, you know, if you're on your own and you go out more than once or whatever, you're not bothering anybody. If you come into contact with people, then that's a different story. But I mean, everybody's got common sense and treat people like adults. Anyway, let's move on to the American elections. Talking about treating people like adults, let's move on to the American elections. There's an hilarious thing on the internet if anybody is interested to see it. I think it's the lip reading company or something. The lip reading company. I don't know what the third word is, but they're on the internet and they've done a brilliant one of Donald Trump and Joe Biden's what do you call it? Where they meet up and they give their what's the fucking thing? What's it called? Where they meet up and they're on the podiums and they're arguing against each other. That thing, anyway. They did one of them and they broke it all down and they lip synced over the top of what they were saying. It's absolutely brilliant. So if you get a chance to see it, check it out on YouTube. You'll find it. But anyway. It's still going off. Biden thinks he's won. Trump thinks it's a fraud. And there's something going around on Twitter. And if it's true, it's a fucking masterstroke. Whatever you think of Donald Trump, if this is true, then it is a masterstroke if it ends up being proven fraud anyway. But apparently all the ballot papers have all been watermarked. And if they have been watermarked, then if any extra ballots have been chucked into the fucking into the ballot halls or whatever for the Democrats, then they're all going to be checked for watermarks. If they haven't got watermarks, then you know there's been a fraud going on. And this is all coming out now. So if the Democrats have done that, they're going to be shitting themselves by hearing that because he's only just mentioned it and he's only one guy's just come out and put it out on Twitter. So it hasn't come out from official. It hasn't been official yet, I don't think. But if that's true, then that is a fucking clever thing to do because he set them right up, knew what was coming and fucking stitched them right up. But they might not have fucking done any fraud. They might have won. They might be fucking winning fair and square, which is fine. But the bottom line is, doesn't matter whether you fucking like the guy or not. If it's meant to be fair elections, it's meant to be fair elections. And we all know elections are fucking can be very, very, very unfair and very dodgy. And there's a lot of shenanigans going on. So if they manage to pull that one off on them, then there's going to be a lot more entertainment to come out of that one. But for now, listen to the lip reading company on YouTube. This guy makes coffins for a living. He makes and tests designer caskets. If you die, do you want to design a casket? I want to go up in a ball of flames. I do. I want to go up in and be sprinkled all over. Where will I be sprinkled? I don't know yet. Sprinkled all over somebody's cocaine, big pile of cocaine in a party. That'll do. Everyone can have a good time on me. In my friend's party, that'll do. Yeah, not that everybody takes that, but I'm just saying if there is a party, all my friends will have to be there, and I'll have to be sprinkled in all the joints, in all the cocaine, in all the drinks. Everybody can have a really good time on me. I'll pay for it. I'll leave some money in my will for that, a little side bar bill. Anyway, this guy is making designer caskets, and he tests them by sleeping in them. They must be that nice. He thinks I've got to have a go in that. That looks too comfy. And they are. Look, they do look pretty snazzy, to be honest. I mean, if you are going to go, I guess, you know, if I was going to go in one of them, I'd want to be embalmed. I don't want to just go in there and just rot and ruin the inside of the casket. I want to be found in fucking hundreds of years' time or whatever, and I want to be looking as pretty as I do today. We've got to have, I mean, embalming, the Egyptians had it down, the embalming. They knew what they were doing. We must have improved on that a little bit by now and not like become all shriveled and pickled looking. You know, it's 2,000 years' time. I still want to look. So maybe that's an option. Either that or one of them ones that's like a tree. They bury you and a tree grows out of you. That's got to be the best one. And then you're never going to die then, are you? You're always going to be in the tree. Well, you're always going to be part of life in the tree. Oh, we're getting all spiritual now. That's quite a good job. Probably doesn't. Imagine if he hasn't got a house. Nah, I'll just sleep in it. Every time I make a new coffin, I sleep in that until somebody picks it up, and I keep swapping them over. And these are 50 fucking grand. No wonder he ain't got a house. If he hasn't got a house, 50 grand for one. For one, he's waiting for that 50 grand to come in. But then again, he's probably minted if he's fucking if he's banging them out for 50 grand and 28 grand. 50 grand for a gold one, 28 grand for a bronze one. And I guess silver's somewhere in between that. So he ain't short of money, but he likes to keep in them. So whether he's got one at home or he likes to take girls there and like pretend to be do the old Dracula thing, the sexy Dracula, like Gary Oldman. Excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat. Cadburys have shrunk the size of fudge bars. Any fudge lovers, and that's not an innuendo, any fudge lovers, Cadburys have shrunk it by 12 inches. No, not 12 inches. 12%. 12 inches. Any fudge lovers wanted like a 12-incher? I'm sorry, no. Anyway, let's move on. I told you, no innuendos. A fudge lovers, 12% less. And they haven't told anybody. Investigative reporting, that is. Investigative report is looking for... You've got people out there solving crimes and murders and all that. And then this guy has been measuring chocolate bars for the last God knows how long. Hoping to guarantee himself a place in the newspaper when he finds one that has shrunk in size, and they're ripping people off without telling them. Well, there you go. He's done his work. He get a medal for that. He should get an MBE for that one. The judge of fudge. That's what we're going to call him. The judge of fudge. I've got a frog in my throat. I'll tell you what. I'm going to cut this one short. I can't. I'm going to be... Either that or you're going to have to hear me going... That's it. I think I might have got it then. Anyway, let's carry on. A guy who went on to Naked Attraction. A shy virgin went on to Naked Attraction. He's shy, a shy virgin, but he goes on the TV and tells the whole fucking world, or the whole... Well, yeah, whatever channel they got, whatever channel they're on, that he's a shy virgin. You ain't that fucking shy that you go on the TV and tell everybody that you're a virgin, and then all the women, all the things, you know, they hide the face, don't they? And you see the body. And he ran off. He ran off set apparently. He felt faint, and when he was faced with 6 naked girls. I'll tell you what. I mean, I don't want to diss anybody, but some of the bodies on this fucking Naked Attraction, they shouldn't go on there. They're fucking all misshapen. A lot of awkward sizes, a lot of weird. I'm going to talk. Let's just say the blokes. I'm not going to talk about the women. I'm going to talk about the blokes. The fucking dicks are all kinds of fucking ugly. They're really weird. I mean, I'll tell you what. I've never seen anything like it. They must literally, when they apply to go on that program. Now this is, I don't know, but they must have to send in a photo of themselves as naked. I bet you they have to send in a photo of them naked, and then they go, yeah, he's fucking look weird. He looks weird. He looks weird. We'll have all them on, and we're just going to ridicule you or make people go, ugh, ugh, ugh. What's that? Fucking one's little and fucking fat. Another one's fat with like a foot of foreskin. Another one's like bent facing the wrong way, like a twisted periscope. It's all like that. So you know, the same with all these programs. They put you on there if they think you're going to be of entertainment. What's the point in having them all look the same? It ain't going to work, is it? So they get fat ones, thin ones, they get all that. So you're only there to be ridiculed. Don't do it. I get ridiculed enough just at home, and that hurts enough without me going on the fucking TV. Without, you know, doing the same thing on the TV. How that shy kid's gone and done that, I don't know. He might have just gone over there to beat his shyness, but not the right way of go about it. Go see a fucking prostitute if you're gonna fucking, you know, you want to get it done and dusted. Anyway, what we got going on here? And speaking of investigative reporting or world-class reporting, here's another one from the Sun. Somebody's found two pork chops, and they looked like the British Isles. To be fair, they do look. This is the first time I've seen one that actually does look like what they've put it in the paper for. They put two pork chops, and one is small like Ireland, and the other one's big like the UK, and they do look like the British Isles. I wonder how much they got paid to fucking send that one into the newspaper. The newspaper's like, yeah, brilliant story. They'll have that one. It's fucking brilliant. We won't have anything that's fucking of any interest to anybody. We'll just have something that's like a pork chop that looks like the British Isles. And we are a bit of a pork chop at the minute. We're fucking a shriveled pork chop. That's the my metaphor for the shrinking economy because of the lockdown. Yeah, so there you go. That's quite good. There you go. There's a good business idea for anybody there. Make food that doesn't have to be meat because I don't eat meat, but you can make fake meat that looks like the British Isles. Spin it or looks like other things. Can look like anything. You can have it look like different parts of the world. Just shape the things to look like that, and then people will be, I'm eating Africa, or I'm eating Iceland today. I think I might eat Iceland, or I might eat Papua New Guinea for breakfast. Something like that, a bit of fun as you're eating, a bit different from the old animal shapes or the spaghetti hoops from the back in the days. I was a big fan of spaghetti hoops, or spaghetti, alphabet spaghetti. That was just guaranteed you were just going to fucking finger that, wouldn't you? Just 100%, you were just going to stick your hand in the bowl and start pulling them out and reading them and then smacking them into your face and getting it all over the place. I didn't think about that. Messy as fuck they were. I don't know if they made anybody any brainier or whatever. Maybe I should eat them. Maybe it'll up my vocabulary for this podcast. I might improve my, get a bit more intelligence. Start throwing some big words at you. Anyway, last one I'm going to do, I think, is the last one. Is a guy who got arrested and he was in the back of the police van, and they didn't check him. They didn't search him or anything. So he pulled out his can of. He's got a can of Special Brew. Classy guy. He was walking around with that before. Obviously, Special Brew, that's got to be the fucking horriblest drink you could buy. Strongest and horriblest. I'll tell you what, he can fucking handle his stuff then, because he's got that. And then he was smoking a spliff. He rolled a spliff, smoked a spliff, and was sniffing coke in the back of the police wagon because they didn't search him and he had it all on him. So he wanted to get rid of it all. So he started banging it all. And he's got photos of him. Brilliant. Well, that's the police not doing their fucking job properly, isn't it? But, you know, who knows? He might have been, I don't know what they arrested him for, but he had a good time anyway. Called him, someone was putting him on saying the police have called him a piss taker. Well, we all got a laugh out of it. And, there you go. The police are naming and shaming people all over the internet, and they're quite funny. So this one is one back at them. So good on him. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll do another one next week. Have a good weekend. Bye.